me neither.
This shit feel like ain't seven. Put lines on through my ass. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't seven.
Welcome to the Money Down, the Believe Network. Back again with another live episode on a Monday. Appreciate you guys tapping in and tuning in with us. If you're not already following us, back again with social networks. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, join our Money Down Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on everything, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us. But, you know, we about right around the corner. We got NFL training camps underway. You got college training camps. Some probably already about to start up, or they're about to start extremely soon. So, you know, if you can smell the football in the air, the best time of year is almost here, man.
It's almost here.
So the icebreaker for today, man, what's your favorite part of football season? It could be the traditions of college football, it could be the rivalries, it could be the tailgating, it could be the fans. What's your favorite part of football season?
As a fan or as a player?
It could be anything. Fan, player, how you want to slice it.
Bro, ain't nothing like fall ball, bro. I feel like the best part of football season is like the back half of the season when like it's do or die. You're fighting for a bowl game contention, or you're fighting for a spot in the rankings, or rivalry games are starting to come around. And it's like the season's been long. It's been dragging. You know, your body hurt. You fatigued. I just think it's the best time of year to see like what teams have late in the season. Like, are you going to get over the hump? You know, how you going to fight fatigue? You going to stay tired? You going to let a team beat up on you? Like, are you going to find that next level? That's like my favorite part as a player and as a spectator, because it like as a player, for one, because it proves what you're made of, right? I think that was one of the best things for us. Like fall, like, or I guess fall ball is all year, but late in the season, when you start getting into October, November time frame, like, bro, that's what we was made of at Wisconsin. Like, we were blowing teams out in October because they couldn't handle that pressure. Like, we would train for that in the off season, like being able to play late in games and things like that. So being able to like break somebody in October and break people's wheels and things like that and continue to do what we do, that was fun. As a spectator, it's just fun watching it. I just like seeing who overcomes adversity and the fatigue and the length of the season in the back half of the season. So that's the best time for football for me. Love it all season, but like that's when it come down, you know, conference championships, things like that. Like, who's gonna step up and take the next step?
Yeah, for me, bro, I say all season, but it's nothing like waking up Saturday morning for 9 a.m. You got college game day somewhere crazy like College Station or Gainesville or Old State, and being able to turn that TV on a fall October morning when it's 55 degrees outside or something like that, and kick my feet up. I pull me a little drink, probably a little too early. probably a little too early, right? Pull me up a little drink and just kick my feet up, dog. And it's nothing like a plate of good games for the whole day, starting with that 12 o'clock game, going all the way to the ABC, college game day game. That's my favorite part of, just a football season as a spectator. And then, of course, just, has-beens, but playing it, kind of like you said, Warren, bro, it's nothing like getting to, late October and knowing that every game counts, right? Especially in the Big Ten. I mean, it's hectic now. It was hectic when we was there, but we know it was a little bit favorable for our side, right? But now, with the additions of Oregon and all these other teams, it's gotten way better, and kind of just every week counts, right? So, it's nothing like being under that pressure where you know that all these games matter and you got to go out there and you got to play your best ball, or you could not be bowl eligible, or for a program like us. And when we were there, right, playing in the big bowl game was always the goal, right? These Rose Bowls, from me to Cotton Bowl, just playing in these New Year 6 games was extremely important. So, but I sure love kicking my feet up, man, and having me a little drink and watching these games. That'd be the fun part for me, though. I can't wait for Saturdays.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When you said a play the games, boy, I thought about saying play the food. My mind went straight to sliders and straight went to sliders.
Hey, but
that's
how I be, Brody.
Boy,
that's how I be. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I give me a pub sub or something,
food, boy. Woo. The chicken tender pub sub, boy.
Yeah, during the Hall of Fame game. That's probably this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, that's Saturday. I mean, that's Thursday. That's Thursday.
Yeah.
That's Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, so it's right around the corner, man. Got NFL preseason getting underway. There's only 3 preseason games now, too. So that thing goes fast when it comes to the NFL preseason. But for me, when it comes to college football season, I love all the storylines that happen, all the ebbs and flows of the season. You got teams that come in the year with a lot of hype. Maybe you got some teams that don't have any hype. And as the weeks goes on, some teams rise to the top, some teams fall to the bottom, and you really find out about the team that you're coaching, the players that you have as that year goes on. Like at some point, you're gonna face a little adversity. Maybe results, it's in a game, maybe it's a couple losses throughout the year. You really find out what your teams are all about. So I think that's the most fun part of the college football season. Like I said, some teams may deal with, no losses, may just be adversity in between games. They just find a way to dig out these close games, and that's what makes them great. Maybe it's a team that maybe they lose 1 or 2 games throughout the year. How do you respond, back from that? I think that's the beautiful, part of football, especially in college football. The opportunities, they're limited. Man, you get 12 opportunities, so you got to capitalize on them. I know we got playoffs and everything, now, but those opportunities, you lose 1 or 2, you never know what may happen to your football team. And then, as a player, I just think, that grind from summertime, the summertime grind is real. As a player in college football, those workouts, those lifts.
Oh, miss that.
You know what I'm saying? So at this point, when you step into the training camp, I just think there's just so much excitement when you walk into. You feel fresh, you feel good, you feel strong, you feel fast, and then you're just ready to cut it loose, and you build that chemistry with your teammate. I know training camp ain't nowhere near what it once used to be when it came to college football, but you still build a ton of team. You had to build it all day long with your teammates. You got plenty of time to watch film, plenty of time to learn about all the guys within the roster, some guys that you may not necessarily hang out with, maybe outside the facility, but you get to know your teammates a whole ton on the football field and off the football field. So there's a lot that goes into it, man. Like I said, best time of year. The fans get into it. I love the traditions, the rivalry games and all that, that really kicks in, towards the back half of the year. But it's a ton of fun, man. And the fans make it special too. Can't forget about the fans. I will say.
I was about to say, first off, shout out Rich Cruz. Appreciate you tapping in with us, bro. Hey, Beast Mode said he comes from Germany to Foxborough.
That's crazy.
Damn, bro. Bro. Hey, shout out to you, bro. That's dedication.
That's real. That's a real dedication for sure.
Hey, but I got a question. Hey, James, you remember training camp, or you remember fall camp at Wisconsin, bro, under the Coach B regime? You remember walking into the locker room during camp when we had 2-a-days, and like the first song you hear walking into camp literally every day was that what's that Lil Wayne song, bro? Only once the drugs are done, I feel bro. That joke was hilarious, bro. Hey, every day after a practice, one of the old linemen, bro, they sit there on the couches, bro, with they dip, bro, just like hurting, bro, and that'd be the thing playing over the loudspeaker, bro. It'd be hilarious.
Them 2-a-days, them things were different.
I don't know how y'all boys did it, bro.
You go in the locker room after that first practice, after you done with the meet, it'd be like a bunch of just dead bodies on the floor.
Snapping, bro.
That's low key.
That's low key home, bro.
That's low key torture. Like the NCAA should have been put their hands on that. Like, nah, we can't, bro. Cause y'all boys practicing like 30 periods, probably practice one,
like 20,
then practice 2 at least 20
periods, but like 7 to 8 individual invisible periods at the beginning of practice after warm up before you start the clock.
Would have called compliance on y'all ass, bro.
It all depends how that first practice went to. Go out there.
Go out there, boy.
Bro, and it was so bad, bro. It was so bad, bro.
We'll pass twice in one day. Be sick,
bro. It was so bad, bro. We had bro, and for camp, everybody lived literally like a 5-minute walk across the street at the Region. You remember how close the Region was to so do you remember how close the Region was to the stadium?
Sure.
Bro, people ain't want to leave the stadium to go nap at the crib, bro. We was in the middle, everybody in the middle of the locker room, lights off, with towels up, with the towels over on, bro, passed out in the locker room, boy.
I feel hilarious. Coach Chris hit us with a start this shit over. I'm like, ain't no way in hell we finna start practice all the way over. Mind you, we like period like 15, 16, so we halfway. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, ain't no way he finna start this shit all the way over. Nah, all right, we started warm up line. I say, these people crazy as hell, man.
Coach Bostad during camp was so bad, bro. My freshman year,
crazy, dog,
bro. That freshman year, bro, all we heard was on the inside was Bostad, run it again.
Get the plays in, boy. He not
inside throwing
Good times, dog.
Definitely good time. I mean, you speak of the Region being late. I used to nap. Freshman, I used to nap every day in the locker room. Every day, man. Eventually, one day went started going to the Region. First couple of days I was straight. I had the old school alarm too, more like the bells and everything. Wow.
Bro, hey, James, you saved my life, boy. I'm gonna tell you, James a real one, bro. You saved my life, dog. Hey, I was a little peon, bro. James was playing freshman year. I was a freshman. I redshirted, so I was on what they call it, the development, bro. So I had to come in like early in the morning during the season, bro. James. Shout out to my dog. You were a real one, bro. And he set his alarm clock for me, bro. I'm sleeping, bro. Pass the alarm. He'll wake me up, make sure I'm up, bro. Hey, you a real one, dog. I appreciate
That's a real one for sure, because a lot of these boys Lee has a drive.
Bro. Definitely Lee hanging.
Bro, Lee, man.
For me, I would nap every day in the locker room during training camp. And eventually, I see the older dudes, they go into their apartments and stuff to take a nap. I'm like, shoot, let me go back to the Region, get me a nap. First few times, cool. One time, alarm went off, snooze that thing. Woke up, that thing go off again. I said, oh, it's like 7 minutes till practice. I got a scooter, so I'm hitting it over to practice. At the McLean and everything. Dudes walking up the stairs to go out to practice. I'm going downstairs, go get my pads on. Sick. Had to roll that field at the practice, man. It was a sick feeling. I never went back to that Region again, boy. That joint hurt, man.
You know how fried you got to be to hit snooze. You know your head. You hit snooze, and you probably said that thing. You heard. You probably said that thing. So the closest you could get.
An extra 15 minutes wasn't worth it, boy.
Oh man, I was sick. Still had to practice. All I was thinking about was them rolls at the practice. I just threw up.
Stirmaster, bro. With that med ball.
That before all that started. That was before all that started. But yeah, good times, man. Definitely some good times. Learned a lot of lessons playing college football, especially being on time. Got to be on time, 100%. But we're gonna continue our top 5 at different positions in the NFL. We're gonna keep it in the secondary. Last week we did cornerbacks. This week we're gonna do safety. So even this is another one on the list. I was kind of hard, man. I feel like it wasn't kind of hard to put this list together. You got your.
I ain't gonna lie. I got to Google, fam.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man. I'll kick it off. Don't let Warren. You got your top 5 put together.
Oh, I got. Yeah. Go ahead, Warren.
I don't right now. I got to think.
Number 1 for me. I'm gonna go Derwin James. That's my number 1 safety. Number 1. That's my number 1 safety. I think he's physical. Can play man-to-man coverage, can play in the box, not really middle of the field type safety, but the way he can impact the game, I like his physicality. I think he plays it much different than probably any other safety, maybe aside from like a Buda Baker as far as the physicality type of thing. I feel like that's a lost art at that safety position. Number 2, I'm going to go Antoine Winfield. I ride with Antoine Winfield all over the field, makes plays, can blitz, cover man-to-man, play in the middle of the field. He's a playmaker. I like Antoine Winfield, number 2. Number 3, I'm going to go Minka Fitzpatrick. Minka has a lot of versatility at the safety position. Obviously came in the league kind of like a nickelback corner, like an in-between safety. He's back with the Dolphins now. I'm going to rock with him. And number 4, I'm going to go Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is probably the best middle of the field safety in all of football. Only knock on him, I say he don't like to tackle. That's not necessarily his game. He gonna make hella plays in the passing game. When it comes to tackling and everything, that ain't really his strength. But he's great in the middle of the field. Number 5, after the year that he had last year, he's in my top 5. Xavier McKinney. He making hella books last year for Green Bay. I know he's pretty sure he was a first-round draft pick for the New York Giants. He played decent there, but last year really had one of those emerging years where he's making plays and became a true leader on that defense in year 1 in Green Bay. So that's my top 5 at the safety position.
For 1, I'm gonna go Jesse Bates. A little biased. I'm an ATL fan. You throw it in, like you said, James, middle of the field, that boy lurking for sure. He gonna have that lurking attribute every single time. At 2, I'm gonna go Joseph from Detroit. I think last year had the INT. I think he won the INT title.
Yeah, like 8, right? 8 or 9.
Yeah. It might have been like 8 or it got to be like 8 or 9. I'm gonna go him at 2, especially what he's just been able to do, and it's Detroit too, just for them to be able to kind of switch that whole thing around. At 3, I'm gonna go Kyle Hamilton. I really like him out in Baltimore. My dog really bothered me. I really like him out in Baltimore. That's another team that, in my opinion, might have the best secondary in the league, especially how they drafted this past year, and then also adding some pieces this offseason. I look forward to them actually being a team that's going to be hard to get through on defense. At 4, I will go Derwin James, right? Super solid person. I think Derwin James is definitely could be that 1 or 2. With him, it's just obviously year to year. Injuries, it just all depends on if he able to put it together throughout the whole season. And at 5, I'm gonna go McKinnon out of Green Bay, right? Like you said it, just the year he was able to have last year. I think the first couple weeks, I think he was grabbing. It was looking ridiculous too. So I'm gonna go him at 5, bro. But I think you could mix a lot of people around in the league, bro. Winfield, there's a lot of people that could be in that top 5. But that's my 5.
I would say for 1, for me, I'm actually gonna go Minka for 1. I think he's the best safety in the league. I mean, he's consistent each and every year for that Steelers defense, bro. Like, never misses a beat. I think he's gonna do the same thing for Miami. He's gonna be a big piece for that defense. So I'm gonna go Minka at 1. At 2, I'm gonna go Kirby Joseph after the year he had last year. I mean, vet presence, bro. 8 picks. That's tough. So I'm gonna go Kirby Joseph. Number 3. I like Derwin James. I like Derwin James because of his versatility and the things you can do with him. He a thumper. He can hit. He's physical. He can cover. He can cover your back. He can cover your big tight end. That's hard to do. Sometimes they say tight end safeties are mismatches. He can do that. Number 4, I'm gonna go with. I like Kyle Hamilton. I'm gonna go with Kyle Hamilton because of his versatility and what he can do with the Ravens. Being able to play free and then also being able to play in the box. Number 5A.
Damn.
There you go.
5A.
I know you don't
I know you're taking pictures.
5A. Will you hear me? 5A. I'm gonna go with Antoine Winfield. Like, that's a consistent young guy. Gonna continue to be a key piece for that Buck secondary. And then 5B. Gotta go with Cam Kitchens. That boy about to come out and go crazy.
He had a good year with the top 5.
Yeah, he about to go crazy this season. Right now here now.
But I seen Perk said none of us ain't say Buddha, and Buddha gangster for sure. Like, that's what I'm saying. It could be so many. People that
he had one of them years in like I feel like a year.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah. I mean, I will put Xavier McKinney, like you said, where I will put him before Buddha. I will put Jesse Bates before Buddha. Who was safety for the Broncos last year?
About Justin Simmons.
Justin Simmons is up
there. He was with us.
That's right.
But you could.
Justin Simmons up there. I like Justin Simmons too. He not underrated, but he's behind a lot of good guys too. But he's up there.
I want to put. I'm gonna put CJ Gardner Johnson in my joint.
It's so crazy though. I don't really. He is a safety though.
Yeah. They kind of converted him to that safety position.
I don't really see him as a nickel, but he a safety.
Yeah,
and he should. Damn, that's what I'm saying. It's good. I didn't even think of CJ. I was thinking, CJ's for sure.
Because for how small he is, he sets the tone. He can make plays on the ball. Like
motherfucker nutcase.
He's not afraid to hit. That's what I like about safeties. I like them safeties that's going to set the tone. That's going to come downhill on the running back, 1-on-1, shoot his shot. Maybe he make the tackle. Maybe he don't. That's the type of player that he is. But
you like them crash dummies.
Yeah,
that's what you like.
I like Hufanga too now. He been coming along too.
Where he at? I'm tripping.
He's from San Fran, but he's
with
Denver.
Yeah. He cool.
He definitely a good player, man. All right, man. We're gonna turn the page, man. It's been a hot topic in the sports media and football world. This Cam Newton, the Jalen Hurts thing. Cam Newton didn't put Jalen Hurts in his top 10 quarterback on the wire body. It's like up and upwards. His opinion. Everybody's gonna have an opinion.
Yeah.
When it comes to the top 10, everybody's list ain't gonna be the same. It led to obviously Ryan Clark had something to say defending Jalen Hurts. That Cam responded, which they're all good. They had their words. They cool and everything. Then it got to everybody comparing Cam's career versus Jalen Hurts. Obviously the biggest thing that when it comes to this conversation is the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl, and he's performed extremely well in the 2 Super Bowls that he has played in. The 1 loss versus Kansas City, and then he got his win versus Kansas City this past year. So,
team staff.
Who y'all in this conversation? I mean, obviously Jalen Hurts still got a lot of ball to play in his career, but Jalen Hurts or Cam Newton, like who y'all?
I don't think it's close. I'm rocking with Superman, bro.
Yeah,
and it's not. And we did a top 5 at quarterback not too long ago. And I put Jalen Hurts in my top 5, right? Super great player, but I think we got to take into account, bro, football is the ultimate team game, and you need so many other people to do their jobs for your quarterback to be successful, right? And especially in today's world where star power is so important. I mean, you look at the weapons that Jalen Hurts has. I can't find one flaw on that offense, bro. Not one flaw. Like from A.J. Brown, who is a top 5 receiver in the NFL, to Smitty, who is he's a number 1 receiver on any other team, and he is a top 10 receiver in the league right now. Like, I don't think a lot of corners want to see him. I think you got a better chance of covering AJ than dealing with that fast, small type receiver like that. Like, you don't really want to deal with him either. And then you go to the running back position. Saquon, best offensive player in the league right now, damn near probably the best player in the league in the NFL. And then the tight end position, like there's not one flaw on that offense, as well as having damn near the best offensive line in the league. So it's set up for Jalen to win. And I like what Cam said, right? Don't lose the game for us. We can go out there and you can throw 10 completions. You can have 10 completions on 17 attempts, because we got a running back who's liable to break anything at any moment, right? Just don't go out there and lose the game for us. But then when you shift and look at what Cam was able to do, I mean, throughout his career, but that 2015 season was so special. I mean, you're talking about taking Carolina 15-1, bro. Like, that's ridiculous with their best player. I mean, no shade to Ted Ginn, right? O-State legend, great career in the NFL, but damn it, Ted Ginn and Kelvin Benjamin were his receivers, which Kelvin Benjamin ultimately ended up getting hurt that year. He didn't even play in the Super Bowl. So I just look at that team that Cam had to get through with. I mean, you just got to go Cam, bro. And it's no shade to Jalen, bro. I think he's a great player. Again, a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. They're going to be hell to deal with these next couple years because it don't look like that core bunch going nowhere. So the Super Bowl stat, he's probably going to get to more Super Bowls in the near future, and obviously probably win. I mean, he won one already, but win more than Cam would ever accomplish. But I think when you're talking about an individual stat, obviously Cam Newton all day. And if you put Cam on that Philly team, bro, damn it, that might be the fakest team.
They might have two in the last few years right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you put Cam on that Philly team, they beat Kansas City a couple years back.
Oh,
no doubt. Like but agree with Souls 1,000%, bro. I don't think it's even close. Like, don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts definitely up there. I don't know if I put him in my top 5. He's definitely top 10. He's definitely right on the cusp for me. But bro, you got the best player in the league in your backfield, bro. I don't know if you get the job done without Saquon, to be 1,000% honest with you. You know, I think if Cam's in that position, again, this is just hypotheticals, but I think if you got a guy like Cam in that position without a Saquon, you got a better chance of winning, in my opinion, just with everything Cam was able to do. And then also you think about their career paths, right? Like Cam, since day one, he touched in the league. Everybody was on Cam, you know, like in the best way possible. Everybody was riding Cam from his rookie year to the day he left Carolina, right? I mean, had a little bit of up and down with the Patriots, but until then, he was the next best thing. So, I mean, you got to look at that. Like now guys are, you know, people are shitting on him and stuff like that now for the things that he's saying, but the man, he has a point. He's had an amazing career. He's got a very good opinion. And a lot of the stuff he talk about, he ain't lying. And a lot of people just don't like hearing what he has to say and hearing somebody flex their opinion like that who is being themselves, right? Sometimes like people are fitting the mold in the media and whatnot, but let the man rock. Let the man say what he got to say. Obviously, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people say things against you because of what you're doing. But, bro, Cam is much better than Jalen, in my opinion. Again, no shade to Jalen. Jalen is phenomenal, but I just don't think you can put Jalen in that Carolina offense and see the same results that you saw having Cam, bro. Cam was a different animal.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I definitely have Jalen Hurts in the top 10 at quarterbacks based on the way he's played. Yes, he has a team that's really good, that's surrounded around him, but he also does a great job of doing what he needs to do, whether it's using his legs or, you know, taking advantage of the little throws that he has to make week in and week out. He does what the coaches ask him to do. Not his issue that he has so much talent around him. He just goes out there and handles his business. But when it comes to comparing the two, I definitely, you know, give Cam the edge. I mean, the dude was quite literally Superman, like physical, set the tone, throwing the ball across the yard, you know, had Carolina looking like it was Atlanta, you know, game week in, week out when it came, having the city turned up, man. He had one of the runs. I think a lot of people just like to remember that season based on him not jumping on the fumble and this and that. But I don't think that negates, you know, the amount of greatness that he played with that year. People like to forget. They just remember maybe the last couple of years that he had in New England and in Carolina or wherever he finishes, you know, his last couple of years. But you can't negate what that dude did, you know, in them years in Carolina. He put that franchise on the map from day one when he stepped into that building as a rookie. He had a special year in his rookie year. So people gotta chill out. And I think he makes a great point when it comes down to it. Like, y'all ain't gotta attack the man, attack Cam based on his opinion. You can attack his opinion or whatever. You may disagree with his top 10 conversation, but you ain't gotta start going at him and his statistics and the way he played doing this. That's not the topic of conversation. I think that's what happens a lot, you know, in social media this day and age when it comes to people in their list. You start to attack the person. Like, it's just my opinion when it comes to the top 10 quarterbacks. Not everybody's list gonna be the same. I think that's a big part of the world too, man. Everybody thinks we all gonna think the same. We all gonna have the same list, and that is not the case. A lot of people favor different things when it comes to quarterback, running back, receiver, corner, all that different stuff. And that's what makes the world great, that we all don't think alike. I think people gotta adjust to that. So
the funny part is like I feel like people feel like they have to attack Cam when it comes to the man because you can't pick at his career too much, bro. The things that he did in his time in the league were incredible. He was, like you said, quite literally Superman in the league, bro. So like, you can't really say much about him at New England. He didn't get a ton of opportunities. When he did, he made some plays, right? It wasn't like he was terrible in New England, just didn't fit his style possibly, right? Or like you talk about that fumble, one play, right? Obviously, big play, things like that. A decision was made in the heat of the game, whatever it was, like it was one play. But out of all the thousands of plays he had in his career, to take Carolina to 15-1, to put them on the map and whatnot, like you can't really pick at his career too much. So that's why people feel like they got to take the next step. I feel like to poke at him because you can't pick at his career, bro. He had probably one of the best tenures as a running quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, also on that note, like not everybody's gonna be able to have a Tom Brady walk out the door, right? TB12 had the best ending to his career as a quarterback. You cannot name another elite quarterback in the league that walked out like Tom Brady did. Everybody had some type of downcline in their last couple years. I mean, name one that
I probably say Peyton. Peyton went out on top.
Peyton did.
Went out on top.
But
he
wasn't throwing the ball like
No. Peyton was throwing
because he hurt his neck. He hurt his neck. Things like
Which,
that. But what I'm saying is like not it very, very few quarterbacks have had a walk out the league on a high note, playing your best ball type thing. Like very few. Everybody has a downslope at some point. It's getting older, on different teams. It's a business. You're moving to different places, may not fit your style of play, so on and so forth. Everybody got something like that. So you can't pick at the man too much toward the end of his career. Ain't too many quarterbacks walked out like Tom.
If I'm not mistaken, right, that 15-1 year they went to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I want to say he ran through Seattle in the playoffs. They gunt Seattle. They gunt Arizona they gunt Arizona in the NFC Championship, right? And then people forget that Denver team had Tom Brady in hell. Like he was in a blender the 2 weeks before that. Yeah. James, you was in that game. Denver had the dogs sent at him, and it was one of them games. Watching it, I'm like, damn, them people got a bounty on Tom, fam. Like that gave me Brett Favre, you know what I'm saying, in Minnesota versus the Saints vibes, as far as just relentless guys getting to the QB. Mm-hmm. He had to then go face in my opinion, right, one of the top 3 defenses. And this is my opinion, because everybody will start throwing out defensive from 1956 and shit, right? One of the top 3 defense in NFL history with that no-fly zone defense, and Von Miller and Marcus Ware, Wolf, right? The guy with all the tattoos, Wolf. Damn, played for Philly.
Pop Rose might have been there too. Still, I don't know.
Who played for Philly that was there? Malik. What's his name? He
Malik Jackson.
I know you're talking about Malik Jackson.
Malik Jackson, right? Like that. Malik was there. So that whole defense, right? Like we get into all these conversations, man. The DBs, right? He ran against some teams and he put up. It's just one play. It's so crazy that when he heat in a moment, which it's always hindsight, right? You can always say, "Oh, I would have did this, I would have did that," but being in that moment when something just happens at a millisecond and you don't make the decision that everybody thinks you should have done, it gets you criticized and critique when you make comments like this, and it's not fair. But so it goes.
It is what it is. I will say, man, Carolina ain't really been the same since he left. So that's the type of impact.
Bryce, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Bryce coming though, y'all.
Bryce on the way.
No weird, but Bryce on the way, fam. Bryce on the way.
Definitely wish him the best of luck, but the franchise definitely ain't been the same since Cam left that.
It's the owner, bro. Yeah, we need to own that.
Tepper. Owner
running that thing like a preschool.
Still raising ticket prices too. Like, what you raise ticket prices for? We tried. Like, come on, man. But
he did do that this offseason. That boy be tripping, bro.
Oh man. Other NFL news. I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Raiders released Christian Wilkins based on the way he's handled himself within the building during his rehab process. I think Adam Schefter was on Pat McAfee's show today and said one of the biggest reasons he was released, he went to kiss one of his teammates on the top of the head.
In a playful way.
In a playful way in the locker room. Something along the lines and made his teammate uncomfortable, and they didn't really like the way he was moving. Wasn't great for the team going forward, so they ended up releasing him, which look, the dude he's a good football player. He does a lot of antics on the field, locker room, all that different stuff. He's very goofy. Like I've competed against him quite a few times when he was in Miami. You saw what he did clips, extra stuff, but he's a different personality. And obviously Pete Carroll and them, they said they not having none of that. New regime in the building. I'm not dealing with that. They released him. I mean, what y'all think about the situation? What team y'all think end up, looking at him? Because he is a good football player. Somebody
for sure.
Him up. So,
quick too.
For sure.
So what y'all think about the whole situation?
It had to be more than obviously, as we know, it had to be
For
more
sure.
than that going on in the locker room. You ain't finna just get canned on the team for something like that. Obviously, but you're not gonna get canned for nothing like that.
They said it was the way he's been acting direct because he's not healthy right now. So they said the way he's been approaching his rehab and all that stuff. He ain't taking it. So I don't know.
It's like to me, like Warren said, it had to be something a little bit more deeper than that because, bro, for them to cut that much money, I mean, I know the NFLPA and all that stuff is involved now, but I think it was looking at something that the dead money it's a lot of bread, right?
It's
like
a lot of bread,
like 25, could be 25 and up or something like that. So for you to make that decision off of just that, which. Fellas, we all been in NFL locker rooms here. It's some different people, dog, that do stuff or joke around, and I'd stay away from. But it's a lot of different personalities, so it gotta be something more that either hasn't been said yet, or it came out about. Like it's something that's a little bit more just for you to make that decision to cut that much dead money and just cut ties with it.
Yeah, I just wonder if he wanted to be released.
If he wanted to be released, that's too.
Some dudes be doing stuff to force the team's hand to get him up out of there. So
yeah,
I don't know. He's like purposely being a distraction. He signed with the Raiders last year, I believe, last offseason. Maybe got new regime there. He's not rocking with it. Some dudes are just purposely be a distraction to get released from the football team. So who knows what the situation really is, but. Look, the dude, he gonna get picked up by somebody whenever he is healthy.
Yeah,
he can help somebody win some football games. He may end up on a better football team. And I'm not saying the Raiders gonna be bad, but he may end up in a better situation for him this year. So kind of see how it works out for him. But he's definitely an interesting dude. He got my dog John Feliciano. Don't say
hey, boy. It was a day on Twitter. Was it Twitter? That people been cutting up on Twitter these last 2 days or whatever.
Like old Twitter, like back in 2011, 12.
When it was popping.
Definitely was popping, man. We also had, I believe that might have been last week, Tyrann Mathieu retired from the NFL, man.
Go Honey Badger, boy. Go.
At the college level and even at the NFL level, man. He had a great story. Obviously went through some trials and tribulations in college, battled through that, ended up, getting to the Arizona Cardinals, starting his career there, bounced a couple different teams, won a Super Bowl, in Kansas City. But I think he has one of the greatest stories. He's really not that freakishly athletic. He's not a big dude. Just
small as hell.
Yeah, small, very smart football player. He's gonna be where he need to be. He's gonna anticipate, and he's probably one of the best, like kind of like an Ed Reed, like just finding the ball and just getting to it. Like has a special talent you can't really teach. The type of talent that he had as far as finding the ball, getting to it, getting the ball out of people's hands, creating interceptions. So shout out to him, man. I hope he just continues to tell his story. I know he went back to LSU like a year or two ago, kind of share his story as far as, what he went through and how he's evolved as a person, as a man. I think he has one of the greatest stories. He's definitely one of the greatest college football players, and I think he's one of the better players of our generation in the NFL as well. So, shout out to the Honey Badger on his retirement.
Shout out to him, boy.
Yeah, TM goated, TM7 goated, man. That LSU tape. I know a lot of people talk about how impactful Tavon Austin, high school and college tape was. I think from a defensive guy's perspective, that's what TM7 was to us at LSU, right? Like, you want to talk about small when he was wearing 14 that year he had, and then when he came out in that 7, you know how legendary it is to wear that number at LSU, and just the year he had, bro, from punt returns and kick returns to stripping the ball and all that stuff like that, and to be named the Honey Badger, bro, was super, super dope, man. Super excited for him, just for the next, chapter in his life, because as we've seen, right, him progress and grow as an individual. You talk about all the trials and tribulations he had to go up against and that he ended up overcoming. Now you see, the type of man he's become, super motivational, goes back, speaks to a lot of young men, help his community out. Like, that's the type of stuff that when we look at people that play the sport of football or entertainers and all that stuff can say, right, they're truly giving back to the youth in a positive way, right? We always talk about the music, how I got these kids fried and everything. He is the perfect example of, going through the story that he's gone through and coming out on the other side, and then also being mature enough to give back. So, man, hats off to, one of my GOATs, to be able to just watch and see up close in person, man. Like you said, James, I don't think there's nobody like him as far as mental, like knowing what's going to happen in certain plays, calling it out. He, as far as like smartness of the game, he gave me a lot of like Luke Kuechly vibes as far as from the back end that you hear people talk about Luke having at the linebacker position.
But that was probably one of the coldest highlight tapes I've ever seen.
That's ridiculous.
Bro, 5 minutes, nothing but takeaways and returns to the crib, bro. Electric, bro. Just an electric player, man. Shout out to him and his career. And like you talked about, like his story facing adversity and being able to make it out on the other side, because a lot of people don't. And him being able to, take it upon himself to make changes and get around the right people. They had a special on him, I want to say, maybe within his first couple of years, as he was making plays, staying out of trouble and things like that. He talked about the importance of like a veteran presence and learning from Pat P and all that stuff. And bro, just shout out to him with, surrounding himself with the right people, man. Like that's what we need in our lives. We need to be around the right people to help us, make the right decisions. The people that are best for us, right? So shout out to him, and him just doing the work to straighten out his situation and get to where he is, man. He definitely is one of the GOATs for sure. Definitely got to give it to him. Shout out to him.
Sir, shout out to the Honey Badger, man. We also had today, man, they announced the Madden 99 Club. We had 7 players get introduced as the 99 overall players in Madden. I feel like this might be the most I've seen. I don't know. It might be the most I've seen in a little bit. We had 7 players. You had Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Lane Johnson, Saquon, and Myles Garrett. They all have 99 ratings.
Say that one more time.
With Myles Garrett, Saquon, Lane Johnson, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
Hey, yo, Matt, y'all missing a couple people, bro. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. I ain't going to name no names. Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams. At Stafford. I ain't going to name no other names, you know what I'm saying? But
they'll be in the 90s, probably. They're probably blessed in the 90s.
We need them 99s, boy.
Nah, 89s. They might be 89s.
Who else could be a 99? Am I tripping? Like, I'm just talking about a player that was hooping last year that just didn't
99 last year. I think that's probably about it for real. I mean, because Mahomes didn't have his best year last year. So I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure he's a 98. Pat Surtain. Oh yeah, Pat Surtain.
Pat Surtain.
Yeah, like that's what that. Yeah, I know I'm missing something. I'm like, bro, what the?
Yeah, TJ too. I guess TJ could be.
TJ White.
Which seeing Myles Garrett to me was just, and I'm not saying like
that's disrespectful.
By all means, like Myles is a 99.
No, for sure. But
there's other players too from the edge position. Like, I mean.
Why Trey Hendrickson wouldn't be a 99?
That's the person I was gonna say.
He do that jump every year, bro. It's not one season. That boy getting.
He ain't got that star power. He ain't gonna bless him with that. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Trey Hand deserves.
Lane Johnson do.
He do. He like got that aura as the best offensive. Like him and Trent Williams got like that. Certified like best offensive lineman tag. Like
Trey Hendrickson, one of the best edge rushers in the game.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying when
he's boastful about it, he ain't in the media like that.
I'm saying the average fan probably don't know who Trey Hendrickson is. If you average fan ain't watching football, then I'm saying the average fan probably don't. But if you ask them who's Myles Garrett, they gonna know who Myles Garrett is.
That's
more likely.
I mean,
what did Jahmyr Gibbs run for last year? Because to me, he was.
I mean, he can't get 99 though. He can't.
No.
Could Derrick Henry ever get a 99? Was he a 99 at one point?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he had a run. He had a run.
Was he a 99 at one point?
I feel like he was. At least 1 year.
He had to be. If he wasn't, that's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching some tape on him today. That dude be stepping.
Oh, listen.
Oh yeah. He be moving.
When we played him in college, bro, and I think like first, like maybe second drive or something like that. He cracked one for damn near like 60 or something. And people back home, my coaches from high school, they're like, bro, you let that big mom look at that. I'm like, bro, I don't think y'all understand. When that big joker get to the second level, and if you ain't, bro, he out of there, bro. If it ain't no 80-yard home run, and he catch you at like maybe that 60, 65, oh, he gone, bro. Like 60 is probably 60 is he get up out of there.
He's stepping for sure.
He's stepping for sure.
I
can't believe that him and Lamar Jackson on the same team.
Just fake, bro. I know they about to be cheating the Madden. I already know.
Yeah. Triple option. Ain't seen it in Madden in forever. Ain't nobody spamming that. They will not.
I already know they're gonna be spamming them, man. But
and they got D-Hop. Which D-Hop ain't they ain't the same. D-Hop ain't the same D-Hop, but
man, you know,
the video game, like you know,
the animations. He go get them animations.
Oh, any linebackers or tight ends to be a 99?
No, tight ends, not from
ain't gonna lie. See, you don't give it the rookies. Brock was on one last year.
Hey, you give Brock another year too?
He
was on one last year.
You can't give 99 though. After 1 year, you can't do that.
No, not after.
Nobody else really.
Well, no other receivers hooping. They give a 90.
Perk said Kittle ain't on 99.
He has.
Am I tripping?
George Kittle was never 99.
Am I tripping for not thinking? Am I tripping? And this ain't no, right? He's obviously a great. I don't think Jettas was a 99 last year. Like to be a. Don't get me wrong. He's still unguardable. He's unguardable.
He was a 99 on Madden last year, right?
No. I'm saying, not last year, but I'm saying the season he had last year to be a night. Like, I don't know.
They just gave him all the strength. Let's see how many yards. Yeah, 1,500, 10 touchdowns.
I mean, he still moved. And he didn't have who did he have last year? He had two different quarterbacks. Didn't he get Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold.
Was it just Sam Darnold the whole year?
Sam was hooping, man. Y'all making
Sam was balling. Yeah, you're right.
Remember, we were saying it for a long time. Like when you get to the playoffs, then we're gonna see the real Sam Darnold, and that's what happened. But Sam was for the regular season. Sam was hooping.
He did solid, man. We're gonna see what he do in Seattle, man. Definitely gonna. Here you go, man. We're gonna turn the page, man. We'll go to our social standout of the day. My guy, Cordero Patterson.
I told y'all this. He last couple of days on Twitter, bro.
He said, breaking news, Pittsburgh Steelers release old washed up Cordero Patterson on his day off. Oh my goodness, man. But nah.
Break it before Adam Scheffner do.
It is crazy to get fired on your day off during training camp. They super green for that. But I know my dog still got some gas left in the tank. He's a good football player and converted to the running back position. He actually played well for Pittsburgh over the last couple of years, just been banged up a little bit. But he's hilarious, though. We got to get my dog CP on the podcast. He's a truly hilarious human being. You know, making fun of himself. I mean, that's a beautiful part of it. We got to be able to laugh at yourself, man. To go out there and make a tweet like that, that's the epitome of humbling yourself in a sense, man. You know? But somebody scoop my dog. He can still return them kicks for sure. He top tier when it comes to the kick returning. But yeah, that's a funny.
He was told it a couple years ago too.
I know we do the top 5 positions, bro. At some point, do we do top 5 returns?
It's different now.
That's
the stuff.
That's fair.
Probably punt returners you have to do. The kick return is different. I don't know.
That's fair.
No, I don't even know, man. We'll turn to page 2, man. We had some news in college football. We had a player send out his playbook or his call to the opposing team the day, I don't know, the week of the game, day before the game. And obviously he must have been pissed off at his current coaches, whether he was still on the team or not, I'm not really sure. But I mean, the quarterback must have exposed him after him sending out this stuff. But I don't know what y'all's thoughts are on this whole situation. Like, this is 100% not the first time something like this has happened. I'm sure other players may not have said it on Instagram or anything like that, but it probably gets like that sometimes. Especially,
I knew what you was about to ask. It's got to be one of their friends who took a screenshot of the conversation. They told their friend, be like, "Hey, I did this." The friend took a screenshot of the conversation and posted that junk somewhere, bro. Because who in their right mind would post this, bro?
I mean, who is
Owen? Who is Owen McCann? He's the quarterback.
He's the
quarterback for the other team. I would assume. Look at his face. he look like he don't care.
Why Owen posted that?
I don't know.
I don't know if he posted it. I think somebody else posted it and somebody got wind of it, bro. He ain't post that, dog. He ain't about to sell buddy out like that, bro. Because you set yourself.
Never know. He don't care. He don't owe that man nothing.
No.
He said, I appreciate the plays,
bro. But you put yourself out there and you put your program out there, bro. Like not only can he get in trouble, but you can get in trouble too for leaking it, for being a part of it.
He said it. I ain't asking for
it. But we didn't see what else was in the conversation.
That had to come about some way, though. I'm just not going to
conversation.
I'm not going to send my playbook or my defensive calls to James White, quarterback for blah blah blah, just out of nowhere, bro. It's something that had to be something had to go on, bro.
Nah, bro, probably got into his coach or something. He probably got benched and he didn't like the way stuff going on. I mean,
you think he just randomly reached out?
He probably who he played this week? Who's the quarterback?
They playing together. Look. They played together in high school. Yeah, that had to come from somewhere, bro. It just ain't finna I'm not just gonna send you to. That's crazy though, fam. And then it just also makes you think like you said, James, that ain't the first time that's been done.
No. It's definitely probably been going on. People feel a certain type of way about what's going on, where they at in life, and they try and make it worse for other people of some sort. I don't know.
How do you adjust so that this don't happen again, though? I'm just saying, like for schools out there, like now that right? Like John is no longer gonna play for us. We're gonna bench him. How do we make sure that
you can't?
He don't send Ohio State our playbook.
You can't. You take it away from him. Shoot. No.
It's the honor code at the end of the day, man.
Yeah. Somebody gonna get that. Somebody gonna take
technology, man.
Pictures.
These kids don't care about that no more. That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't care. No shame. Wild.
Let a kid not get his NIL. Best believe your playbook about to be all up on social media.
That boy hit the.
You talking about money in the equation now? Promise me a meal or two and I not get it. Boy, what? Yeah. These kids these days about to do some crazy junk.
Yeah.
That boy knew the playbook, dog.
He said, "This is for this calm for this."
Hey, boy said the coverage is on the left. You get to going out there calling out Charlie Ringo. He switch it up all we running the post.
I wonder what that conversation is like for the quarterback that received the playbook and you take that to your coach like, hey, yo, look, so-and-so get like, what's that conversation gotta be like?
Some coaches be green too now. Yeah, what it is.
No, for sure. But I'm
like, we be on the hot seat too, fam. We gotta win this week.
Yeah.
Bro throwing
his safeties. He said something about the safeties. I ain't see that.
Yeah, he was telling he the weakest link. He the weakest link in the defense. He just coming off injury or something like that. Yeah, bro. He coming off an injury. He the weakest link right now. Or so he ain't that good, or he ain't ready yet right now.
Bro had to be. He got to be a red shirt freshman or something. Like I don't know.
Nah, fam, bro. It got to be, bro. When you do that, it's done for. It's forever. Like
forever.
It ain't just here.
You ain't transferring.
Oh no, bro.
You gonna see that boy at Indianapolis CC, Indy CC.
Hey, you want to talk
about last chance you.
Yeah, nah, you're not about to mess my program up, dog. Hell no. Nah.
And expect to transfer out?
And then, you feel me? Oh, yeah, we'll take you over here at, you know what I'm saying? Ole Miss. Hell no. Nah.
Hey, can you imagine they find that out? No, we got to start him like this week. If he ain't starting, he going to leave the play club.
Nah, Kids crazy, but yeah, you just gotta be careful, man. With all this technology and all these different relationships that the kids have with former teammates, you never really know what's gonna happen, man. Just gotta best you can have that honor system. But last but not least, man, we had Deion Sanders. He held a press conference today, announces that he beat cancer. Obviously, he's been going to the hospital and this and that nature over the last several weeks or a month or so, getting some type of treatment that he didn't necessarily disclose, but he beat cancer. It's a real thing. We have a lot of cancer survivors in the world, a lot of people that deal with this disease on a daily basis. I think for him to be more open about him going through it, maybe can help motivate somebody else who's dealing with a similar type of thing. I know Randy Moss dealt with it during the football season, so I think it's very important for all of us as human beings to make sure we're doing. I know myself, I need to go. I haven't got a checkup in some time, man, because I'm so used to doing it for football, and you just kind of program when training camp roll around, you get your checkup, and then boom, now retired, you gotta go get on your own. So for us all to do those yearly checkups at least to make sure everything is all good, because you never know what you're really dealing with on the inside. You can feel good on the outside, and something could really be going on the inside that you don't necessarily know about. So I think it's a great reminder to us all. We never know, what we're dealing with on the inside. And like I said, another thing too, we don't know what our friends or family may be dealing with as well. They said he didn't even disclose it to his son, so his own sons didn't even know he was dealing with it as well. Some people will suffer in silence, so a reminder to check in on our people too as well, to make sure they're all good and make sure they're doing their checkups as well, especially our moms and dads who are a little bit older than us as well, who may be dealing with some different things. So I don't know what y'all thoughts on this news from Deion.
You got it, Warren.
No, that's amazing news, right? Like, just to hear another person, beating cancer. Cancer's tough, man. So shout out to him, and it's a blessing to be able to survive something like that. So I know he's he's not gonna take it for granted, and I think it's hard keeping that from your family, bro. Like, that's keeping that bottled up and keeping it to yourself and fighting that on your own, man. That's hard, man. That's some tough stuff to do. So I know his family's happy to hear good news. So just shout out to them, and definitely praying for his continued health. That it's over with. Nothing comes back and nothing returns, and God continues to favor his health.
Yeah, like you just said, Warren, praying for, continuous health and that, nothing comes back. But I just think for all the adversity he's been having to face, right? The whole situation with his feet and toes. And then, I seen say something about, his legs having, some type of scars or whatever the case may be. For him to still have that fight, right? We know a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people could like give up fighting wise when it comes to cancer, and you hear that C word, but for him to have gone through what he's gone through with that disease, and for him to keep fighting, you got to give his hats off to him. And then, like you said, Warren, just keeping it, James said too, just keeping it away from your family. I know all of us, especially, Coach Prime, he's a real big family guy, and wants everybody to be in the right headspace. And you can right, throwing that word to your kids, which right, both of them are at the height or the peak of where they want to be at, right, getting their opportunity to live out their dream and play in a league, to kind of hold that from them so that they can stay in the right headspace and keep grinding and keep going after theirs is a real big a pops move, right, a OG move. So shout out to him, shout out to the doctors that have got him through this fight. You got to give them their credit, and got to give credit to everybody around the situation that has been supportive, and for him just to keep going. So it's always good when college football has Coach Prime, right? We don't know yet as far as how limited or anything may be, but it's always good having Deion in the mix, and being able to make the sport better when he's around it.
No, 100%, man. We'll wrap on that note, man. It's a wrap for the Money Down podcast on the Believe Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in on another live episode. X, TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join the Money Down Discord as we discuss all things going on in sports, any current news. We appreciate y'all tuning in once again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love.